Welcome to early irrigation in the Okanagan. Today, modern technologies such as drip irrigation and micro sprinklers effectively irrigate Okanagan orchards and crops while also conserving water. But has it always been this easy to get water? How do you think irrigation systems differed for people in the Okanagan in the early 1900s? Let's take a look back. Early settlers to the Okanagan lived close to creeks and streams to ensure access to water. They made furrows, which are small ditches dug in between rows of trees to divert the flow of water. A downside to furrows were that they were very labor-intensive, as they needed to be constantly checked to avoid washouts. They were also prone to water loss due to evaporation, and rocks and earth often clogged the flow of water. In order for large amounts of water to be transported further distances, open canals were constructed. Open canals became more efficient as they were made from concrete instead of earth. Unfortunately for orchardists, they were prone to water loss by seepage, livestock damage, and debris buildup, which all slowed the flow of water. Upland water sources in the Okanagan area were dammed around World War I to increase water supply and storage for orchardists. Dams were built on Postal Lake, Beaver Lake, and Belgo Lake in order to provide an increased amount of water for the expanding Kelowna area. A major technological advance for early irrigation in the Okanagan was the introduction of the flume. Flumes are above-ground troughs that allow water to be transported through rougher terrain. Crops on hills needed an upland water source in order for water to be transported downhill. Plugs were placed on the side of early flumes so water could be spread to adjacent crops using small furrows between the plants. The existence of wooden flumes were short-lived, as many were deteriorated by harsh Okanagan winters. It was at that time that the wooden material of the trough was replaced with metal. Large trestles were built to accompany flumes for support through their journey on the varying Okanagan landscape. Unfortunately, their wood was often damaged by the wet-dry climate of the Okanagan. Flumes became more advanced as gates were built at connecting sections to control the flow of water. Another key early irrigation technology that was used in the Okanagan were siphons. Siphons were a key advancement that allowed water to be efficiently taken over hillsides and even across valleys. Wooden staves were used as a reliable piping in the Okanagan to transport large amounts of water. Early irrigation pumps were used to irrigate larger orchards. Without them, orcharding in the Okanagan Valley may not have survived. Another method of early irrigation used in the Okanagan were sprinklers. Sprinkler irrigation was popular because once set up, they did not require as much human labor to operate as other methods. The Kelowna area was referred to as the Dry Valley or Starvation Flats before early irrigation methods brought water to the area. Early irrigation techniques such as open canals, furrows, flumes, siphons, pumps, and sprinklers all contributed to the transformation into the green, lush region, which today we know as the Okanagan Valley. Parts of early irrigation systems can still be seen today in the Okanagan. They show us just how far irrigation practices have come. Furthermore, they stand as a reminder of how hard early Canadians worked to bring water to the Okanagan Valley, and how today we should treasure this precious resource.